Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Desolation, and today is the episode where we finally get around to naming all of our unnamed pets. And I made sure to make a list of everyone that sent in name suggestions, so thank you to all of you that sent in those. I will be putting your names up on some signs, so you're basically part of the series for as long as it goes on, you know? And I will eventually make like an actual place to put the signs, but for now they're just going to go on the chest building. But to get this episode started, you might have noticed this dirt hut right here. I am going to be building an actual little cabin house here. But this, if we knock on this door real quick, hopefully he should answer. This is the temporary house of a villager. And this villager is called John, and basically here he is, speak of the devil. This is John, and basically he trades us mending. 1 emerald for mending. And that is an absolutely ridiculous trade. So John, thank you very much. This name was sent in by John Estes. I hope I'm saying that right. So that name was, obviously it's his own name, so that name was sent in by him. I'll say your name again, John Estes, because why not? And I will be putting your name on a sign. But to get this episode started, we're just going to be going around. This is our shulker box full of name suggestions. So these are all the names that we're going to be going and giving to all our pets. So we might as well start with the one closest, which is our little seagull over there, who's been with us since the very, very start. So for the seagull, it's a seagull, Ryan, come on, you should know this. We're going to be naming this little guy Buddy, because why not? I mean, I suppose some of you were probably thinking I would name one of the dogs Buddy, but because the dogs are already named, I figured why not name this little guy Buddy. And this name suggestion was sent in by Killer Zinc and Crushers, so 2 people actually sent this in, so thank you both of you for suggesting this name, which is of course the name of my dog in Crafting Dead. So we've got Buddy right here, so that's pretty cute. So next things next, right, I got something a little bit special to do right here. So there was a person that requested for a wolf to be named, and they said specifically a wolf, and of course all our wolves are already named, so I figured, hey, why not do something a little bit special and breed a wolf specifically for this person. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we are going to breed Katara and Aang right here, because that's pretty cute, and I believe that they are actually together. Whoa! Okay. Okay, give me a second to prepare myself. Okay. Aang just walked into the fire, and this was going to be a really happy moment. Luckily, he didn't die. I mean, we need to heal him up. Jeez. What were you thinking? Oh my god. Okay, so I was going to say that Aang and Katara, I believe, are together in Avatar. And I was going to say that right before Aang went and walked into the fire. Jeez, okay. And that is why I never sit these guys up, okay. But at least he's here, and he's okay. And we did breed Aang and Katara. This was meant to be a happy moment, but Aang went ahead and walked into the fire. But this little guy right here is going to be called Pulse. And this name was requested by Alpha Water Pulse Enderwolf. Quite a long name, but I'll say it anyway. So we're going to name this little guy Pulse. We gave Pulse a little cyan collar because we've already got Katara, who has a light blue collar, and we've got Sokka, who has a dark blue collar, which I changed because he did have the same color collar as Katara. And then Pulse is going to have a cyan. So now we have all 3 shades of blue that are in Minecraft. And Ang, don't you dare go near that fire again. I'll have to make a brand new campfire because we had to destroy that one. But that is absolutely fine as long as Ang is okay, and he is. We do need to give Pulse a little bit of food here because, of course, as a puppy, their tails are automatically down, and looks like this guy is all healed up, or girl. I feel like I'm gonna call this little guy, or I keep saying little guy, but this little gal. We're gonna call Pulse a girl. I'm not too sure if it is a girl. Alpha Water Pulse Enderwolf. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you're watching this video. You'll have to let me know if you want this little person to be female or a male, and then we'll call it that from this episode on. So, this episode is literally just going to be me naming all of our pets, really. That's all this episode's going to be, so if you don't want to watch that, that's absolutely fine. This is for all those people that did take the time to send in those name suggestions. So, next things next is we are going to be naming our horses, because we've got two now. I was going to say horse. We're going to name this horse first and then this horse second. You probably noticed I made some leather horse armor. So this girl right here has got some white horse armor. So I did also do some exploring outside of the map. Again, managed to find some diamond horse armor. So we have got some diamond horse armor that we could put on these two. I kind of like the gold on this guy. But anyway, we'll move on. So first name right here for this horse is Geb, and this name was sent in by Tommy Brown. I'm not sure if you intended it to... sorry about that pause there. I noticed that the video sort of cut a little bit there, so I'm not sure if that's going to pick up in the video, but this name was sent in by Tommy Brown. I'm not sure if you intended it to be pronounced Jeb or Geb, but I mean, Jeb is, you know, is already one of the creators of Minecraft, and I kind of just like the name Geb. I mean, it's not a name you really see every day, you know, so I kind of like the name, I kind of like calling this guy Geb, so this is Geb right here. I just really like it. I don't know why, I just do. And like I said, I'll say it again, that name was sent in by Tommy Brown, so thank you for that. And this girl right here is going to be called Serenity. And this name was sent in by Yeti Melon, so thank you. I love your name, by the way, Yeti Melon. I think it's I think it's great. And we're going to go ahead and name this girl Serenity, because it's a pretty name for a pretty horse, and with some pretty armor too. So we figured we might as well go ahead and name that girl Serenity. So now, next things next, we're going to take our shulker box and we're going to bring it with us. It's starting to become nice, so we'll have to sleep soon. So, next people up are our little parrots right here. And we've got two matching names for these two. We have got Sky and Skylar. Now, the name Sky, we're going to break these vines real quick so we can actually get to these two. They'll grow back, it's fine. So, the name Sky was sent in by Raven Angel Stone. You probably see her in the comments sometimes. And she also goes by the name Luna the Wolflin. This is the person that actually came up with Luna in Crafting Dead. So, as always, you know, thank you for that idea. And I do enjoy coming up with ideas and talking to you on the daily. So, we're going to go ahead and name this little blue guy Sky, because, of course, it matches his colour, and why not? And then, it only makes sense, this girl, she's not blue, like Sky, but I thought it was nice, since we found him in the same jungle, if we named this little girl Skylar. She's cute, she's a cute little parrot. And the name Skylar was sent in by KXS_SkyS. I don't know if that's how I meant to say that, you know, like that, as, you know, saying KXS Sky, but I'm not too sure. But thank you for the name suggestion of Skylar. Anyway, so now we've got Sky and Skylar right here. We're going to go ahead and sleep, because we don't want it to be too dark. And I made an achievement. When did I do that? Oh, okay. I forgot for a second there. I must not have... I didn't even notice that achievement. I was too busy focusing on Aang trying to jump in the fire that I didn't even notice that we got the achievement, the parrots and the bats. So, breeding... What was that noise? That wasn't a nice noise at all. I don't think half of these noises are picking up in the recording, but you know, it sounded like the parrots were like mimicking the sound of a ravager or something, and that just wasn't very pleasant. But now moving on, like I was saying, I must not have bred an animal before in this world, so Aang and Katara were the first two animals that I have bred. So moving on to our two llamas we've got right here, and those names for these two are Bugsy and Dawn. And we're going to go ahead and name Dawn first. Dawn is the one with the old red carpet piece on her back, and the name Dawn was another name sent in by Raven Angel Stone, or Luna the Wolflin. We're just going to call her Luna for now, you know, so it's easier than saying both names that she goes by. She goes by Luna the Wolflin on Twitter and Raven Angel Stone on YouTube, so it's just easier if we just go ahead and call her Luna. That way you guys know who she is. So, we're going to go ahead and please don't get in the way. We're going to name this red girl Dawn right here. And then this yellow guy, we're going to go ahead and name Bugsy, which this name was sent in by Crushers. So thank you for the name suggestion. You even said it was based off of Bugsy Malone, I believe you said. So we're going to go ahead and name this guy Bugsy. So there we go. So we've got Dawn and Bugsy right here. Quite cute names. I like it a lot. I do like the name Bugsy quite a bit, so it's quite cool. And we might as well, while we're over here, we'll go ahead and name this lone fox. I tried to keep these ones apart because this is the baby. I will move this guy over into the den. I do need to do a little bit of work on the den over there. But this guy, or girl, I'm not too sure, is going to be called Snowy. And this name suggestion was actually given to me by my little sister, Erica. For those of you that didn't know that, she's in Crafting Dead, of course. And she gave me some name suggestions. She went ahead and named Seagull as well, so I had to go and tame another seagull from the lighthouse, which she wanted me to call Squeaky. And we're going to name this little fox right here, we're going to name this little guy Snowy, if he'd stop running about. Or she. Okay, this is going to be a little bit irritating. This is going to be the thing with the foxes. It's going to be a little bit difficult to name these guys. And we're going to try and not name the sheep. Okay. We're going to end up naming... Ah, there we go. Snowy. Sorted. Well, I'd show you guys if they'd stop running about, but they're not going to. This is going to be the thing with naming the foxes. They are going to be running around like crazy. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. We might have to block the area off so that they can't get out. So if we block that and close this, like that, then this way, these guys can't run out. So the next name we want is Twilight and Shade. The name Shade and Twilight, I believe, actually. Twilight and Shade were both sent in by Luna the Wolflin, so I appreciate that very much. I did go ahead and name this orange fox already. I went ahead and named him Jekyll, because the fox that died I decided to name Hyde, so it only made sense for me to name them Jekyll and Hyde. I just thought it was quite a cute mix together. And I actually forgot which one's which. Which one's Twilight and which one's Shade? Because there's one fox that this fox has an egg in its mouth, and I can't quite remember which one's which. So let me just go and pause the recording quickly, and I'll go and check which one's which. And we're back, just like that, like nothing ever happened. So, I did work it out. I am naming the fox with the egg in its mouth. We're going to be naming that little guy Shade. So, there we go, that's Shade right there. And then this little guy that's running down here, we're going to be naming, or little girl, I suppose, little gal. It feels weird saying little girl. I mean, it's a little bit strange for me for some reason, because they're foxes, you know, so we're going to just call them little gal, because gal is fun. Why not, I suppose. So yeah, these two names were sent in by, once again, Luna the Wolflin, so I appreciate that very much. Thank you for those name suggestions. So now that we've named those guys, we can come on and get out of there. And that leaves, I believe, 2 name tags, and there is a villager egg that still needs to be named. I'm not too sure whether I want to spawn that villager or not, or whether I want to make a villager spawner or something like that, so I'm not too sure right now. I've been contemplating the idea of making some, like, communities around this map, and of course, this is episode 26, so there's not very many episodes left of this series. I'm not too sure if I'm going to continue it after Halloween, since this was just meant to be a Halloween series, and it's kind of just turned into more of like an adventure map playthrough slash survival. So, I mean, why not? But if you guys want me to continue this, let me know, and I will, because it's just a little something extra rather than having no videos waiting while you're waiting for Crafting Dead and Fear the Crafting Dead. At least this way, you'll be getting at least something, right? So we are going to go ahead and name our villager friend over here, our very first villager friend that we found down in the lab. We're going to be naming this guy Nathan Day. And this name suggestion was sent in by, once again, it was sent in by Crushers, and that name is spelled Krxshz. I did have to ask how to pronounce that so that I didn't mess it up and try and say it the way I just did, you know, so I did get confirmation that it is pronounced Crushers, so thank you for that. Yeah, I believe your name is also Nathan, so you sent in your name being Nathan, so this guy is Nathan Day. I did also, you might have noticed, I changed the textures a little bit on the villager, and I decided to give this guy blue eyes, and instead of the unibrow that this guy villagers normally have, I decided to give him eyebrows, and you can barely notice it, but there is a tiny scar on that guy's head. There is scars all around his head too, and on the top, I believe, as well. Because, of course, he was in the lab and he was experimented on, so I figured it would be quite interesting and add to his character if he had a few scars here and there. And this is Squeaky, the seagull that my little sister wanted me to name for her. So we did go ahead and name that little guy. And then we have one last name tag on us, which is the name Shadow. And you may be thinking, oh, but Ryan, you've already named all of your animals. Except for the sheep, of course. And you would be correct. Now, there are stray cats around this map, and I managed to figure out how to get the names to show and to do basically to spawn tameable cats in the same way that they already were. So basically, we can go and tame a cat. There is a cat that I've managed to get into a little pen that we are going to be taming today, and we are going to be naming that cat Shadow. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and come on in here, and we're going to grab some of our signs right here. I did notice earlier that we have exactly 8 signs, which is the amount of people that we're going to be putting up. You probably noticed our little tree right here. I put face on this guy. He's got a little kissy face because I thought that was pretty cool. So, hello, shake your hand. And Nathan is walking around over here, as you can see. So, what I wanted to do is, since we don't have a board yet for the names to go, we're going to just be putting them right here. So we're going to be starting from the top of my list. So we're going to be starting with Crushers. So we're going to be spelling this the way that your name is written, and it's like that. So thank you for the name suggestions. Next person coming up is a long name, and it is Alpha Water Pulse, which is what we named the wolf. Sorry if you heard that. Someone just honked their car horn outside my house for some reason. So we've got Alpha Water Pulse Enderwolf. So thank you for your name suggestion. I do appreciate it. Then, next name on the list is Tommy Brown, who recommended or requested the name Geb, which I really like. And then, next person after that, thank you for the name suggestion, Tommy Brown. Next person up is Yeti Melon, which, once again, I'm going to say it again, love your name. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the name suggestions. So, Yeti Melon. Then, next on our list is Raven Angel Stone. Raven Angel Stone. We're going to write it like this. Oh, we can't write it all on there. We might as well just write Luna the Wolflin, like this. There we are. So, thank you for all the name suggestions. Then, next person we've got on our list is KXS _ Sky space S. Thank you for the name suggestion. And next person we are going to be putting on a sign is Killer Zinc. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I said your name. If I didn't, I apologize. But this is the guy who, with Crushers, both recommended or requested the name Buddy. So thank you, Killer Zinc, for that name suggestion. And I believe there is one more person who suggested the name for our villager friend that's giving us mending, so that guy is incredible. I think I bought about 12 mending books, so we're pretty much set now, and that last name is John Estes. So thank you very much for the name suggestion, John. I really appreciate everything, and I'm going to show off the names real quick one last time before we move on to taming our cat. I think it's about to become night as well, so we'll sleep first, and then we'll tame the cat, and then we'll end the episode there. But thank you for all of these 4 people. We'll go over your names one more time. Luna the Wolflin, KXS_Sky S, Killer Zinc, John Estes. Thank you very much. And then these 4, Crushers, Alpha Waterpulse Enderwolf, Tommy Brown, and Yeti Melon. Thank you ever so much for the name suggestions. So your names are forever in this world right here, and if anyone else want to suggest any names, I'm sure we'll probably need some in the future. If you want to suggest any more names, and you want to get your name in the world, go ahead and leave some suggestions. So thank you all so much for the suggestions, and next thing we're going to do is sleep, and then we can move on to taming the cat, which is got the name Shadow, and the name Shadow was actually sent in by Yeti Melon again. So thank you for that, and we're going to go ahead and tame that cat just for you so we can name it Shadow. And fun fact, I did actually have a cat in real life called Shadow at one point. Some of you might remember that I had a cat in Crafting Dead at one point called Shadow, before I rewrote it, I believe. Or rewrote it is the actual way of saying what I just said. But yeah, so that's just a fun fact, I suppose. We're going to grab some of this cod. I'm not sure how much we're going to need, but we'll take 13. I think that should be enough. And then I think we're going to give Shadow a nice black or grey collar. I think we're going to give Shadow a nice black collar because Shadows are black, and my cat Shadow was also a black cat, so I think it's quite nice. This cat isn't a black cat though. This cat is actually a jelly cat, and for those of you that don't know what a jelly cat is, and you're like, huh, Brian, there's no cats made of jelly in Minecraft. Well, basically, a little while ago, Mojang or Mojang, depending on how you pronounce it, actually held a competition for people to submit in pictures of their cats, and the winner was Good Times with Scar, I believe it was, and his cat Jelly was actually put into the game, and it's a very rare texture for a cat. So we have got this little guy here, who we're going to be naming Shadow, and as you can see, it's got Stray Cat written above its name. And what we're going to do is, because he or she is running away, you'll have to let me know, Yeti Melon, whether you want this to be a male or a female. And we are going to try and tame this little guy or gal, and hopefully it'll go well. I don't know where they went. But, behind the tree. Okay, so we're going to try and tame them, if we can. Hopefully they're going to sneak towards us. Yes, they will. Okay, there we go. And we're going to try and... There we go. Yeah! There we go! And we got it! So this right here is Shadow, so we're going to go ahead and name them. And there we go! So this is Shadow. So we're going to dye this little guy, or gal's, collar. Oh, look, they're purring. That's so cute. We're going to dye the collar black. And thank you, Yeti Melon, once more for the name suggestion. So, I hope that you all liked me shouting out your names in the episode. And once again, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again. Thank you all so much for the name suggestions. I hope you did all enjoy this episode. And make sure you stick around for the next one, which will be out very, very soon. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!